there is a condition that I'm going to be following, and one number. Hello, welcome to this tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to discuss 5 Deriv winning strategies. The first strategy is on Deriv accumulators. So what you need is just your Deriv account, and then you open Deriv bot. So this is Deriv dbot. This is where you first land, and then after landing there, of course, you need 2 tabs so that you see the accumulators, the ticks, and then I just open that one. So here is the accumulators, and I just check the market. So this is the market, but I start with the 10 index. So I just scroll here and choose volatile 10 index, and then here I have the ticks that I need, and I just minimize this to this side. So let me remove this, and then I move it there. So here I'm able to see the ticks. I can enlarge it this way to see the ticks of that market. Here I have the bot, and I proceed to create a quick bot. So you just move to quick strategy, choose a martingale bot, and then the initial stake is 1. So here I can choose the growth to 2, and then after changing, the stats should change as you see. Here I change it to 2%, and I'll take profit at 10, loss of 5 is enough for that. And then this is the martingale. I'll enter 2 and take profit. What do you want that stake to be sold at? Take profit, I can enter a take profit of 1 or 0.9 since my stake is $1. And then that is the initial stake. So the second stake should be multiplied by this size, which is martingale. So here I choose the market, and as we saw, I was working with volatile 10 index. So here I have already set that bot, and I can just enlarge this one so that I see where I'm able to load. So here is where I'm able to load, and I can also enter a maximum stake so that it does not drain my account. So I'll enter a maximum stake of 5 and then load the bot. So after loading the bot, I can still move again, and then that is the bot. So here at the start, I can just wait for this to start again, and then I run the bot. So let us wait for it to start, and then I run it. It has just started again. I just run the bot, and the journal here should show you that the contract has been bought. So here you see that it bought, and here is the summary. You can see the profit that you are making. You can also sell if you don't want to wait. So it has just ran to take profit, and you just stop it. The next strategy is a strategy of over and under, and in that strategy we will be using this site, vectortrades.site. This is a site. You just access it, log in with your Deriv account, and you should be here. So when you are here, what you need to do, just choose the trader, and then after choosing the trader, I just refresh this so that we can see everything here. So this is the trader, and I'll be trading over and under. So this is an over and under strategy, and in this strategy I'm going to be looking for 2 numbers. So I just scroll down, and then I check this market. So there is a condition that I'm going to be following. So in this strategy I'm going to be looking at these 2 numbers and at these 2 numbers, that is 0 and 1 and 8 at 9. When it happens that 0 and 1 are the only numbers with the highest percentages, that is the market I should be choosing. And when it also happens that 8 and 9 are the numbers with the highest percentage, I should also consider that market. So for instance, here you can see that this is the number with the highest percentage, and this also has the highest percentage. So I'm going to look for another market. So this is a market that has two numbers that have a higher percentage, that is 0 and 1. So here what I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose 1. If it was these two numbers having a high percent, I should choose 8. But for now, this is over 1. So I'll be trading over 1. And what I'm going to do is wait for this pointer to touch these two numbers, and then I just place a trade and make sure that you choose 2 ticks. So like that, and then just trade right away. You should win that trade. As you saw, I won that trade. So the next strategy is a strategy of even and odd. And here you still need to be using this site, need to log into your account and then come here. So here you can still change into your demo account if you want to practice. So you can see here odd is appearing the most times, and I can start trading even because odd is appearing the most times. So here is the stake, here is the number of ticks. So here I just enter 2 or 3 ticks. So I just wait for even to start appearing. You just trade that way. And then as you saw, I won that contract. The next strategy is a Deriv bot strategy, which you just scan here. You use AI scanner and you should be able to create a fast bot. So here I just tap here, deep scan for the best market, and then I just wait for it. And what I should look here is a quality score of above 90% and a recent win rate of 100%. A sample rate of 60 and above is good. So I just deep scan again and then try to find a good bot. So this is just bad. I just proceed to scan again. So as you can see, I got a sample rate of 63%. I just load this bot and here is the stake. I can just stick to that or reduce according to the balance. I can just set this to 0.35, a matching of 2, I take profit of 5, and then I load and run. So the bot will just enter right away, start to scan the market and buy the contract. As you can see, it is making very fast trade. I can stop and enter slow run mode. As you saw, it ran a lot of times and it made a profit. The last strategy is a strategy with a quick bot. So here is where you just create a bot, and this is a rise and fall bot. What you need to do, you just open this recovery mode and enable analysis. You just enable analysis so that the bot should be able to buy a contract. And then I just close this one. Here I enable the recovery purchase. As you see here, this is the market and this is rise and fall. What I need to do, initial purchase should be purchased if 3 ticks are rising, and then what should the bot do? Then the bot should purchase fall, and then I add another condition. If these 3 ticks are falling, the bot should purchase rise. And then here on the recovery, I still do the same. Here I add another condition. If it is falling, purchase rise. If it is rising, purchase fall. That way I have the bot, I have the stake, take profit, and all that. Since this is rise and fall, I can edit this stake to 0.35, and after that just run the bot and open this. If the pattern happens, then the bot will just trade. As you saw, it made a trade and it won that trade. So I just open here so that we see that trade. So I cannot see that trade, but you can see my balance just updated. What you can also do, you can download this bot so that you should be able to upload it here so that these settings are able to remain. If you upload it, you will have the same settings.